Right. The number of registered voters that will participate in this 4-minute election is 84,004,084 voters. And also the number of polling units is 119,974. We have 91 registered political parties. Welcome to the State of the Nation tonight on Flow 94.9 FM. My name is Michael Oni. Well, good evening to you guys. Ginika Aloha and also Samson is as usual. Good evening to you guys.
Good evening, Michael. We are really counting down to the D-Day, which is next week, Saturday. Everybody will be trooping out to cast his ballot for the right candidates.
Well, Samson is good evening to you.
Yeah, Michael, the countdown has been awesome, I must tell you.
Exactly.
We are looking forward to that day, and God willing, we will all witness the making of maybe a brand new set of leaders for the country.
All right, let's begin with security. There has been massive redeployment of senior police officers in the country. And in Abia State is not left out of this. Well, there is a new sheriff in town, Etim Ene Okon. Is the new Abia State Commissioner of Police, and he replaces Chris Ezike, who has been redeployed to Zone 4 in Makurdi as the Assistant Inspector General of Police. Well, there was a redeployment in Lagos State, and it has been generating comments and allegations, especially from the major opposition party, the PDP, according to Kola Logbodinya, the spokesperson of the PDP. The new Lagos CP, according to him, is the former Chief Security Officer
as Kwara State Commissioner of Police, where he has been handed the instructions to incite the people, pour ammonium and pave the way for outright rigging in favor of President Buhari and all other candidates on the platform of it. This is in line with plans by the Buhari presidency and the agency to effect a mass deployment of top security officers, particularly in the police force, to intimidate, harass, and manhandle Nigerians that will not support the self-sufficiency bill of President Muhammadu Buhari.
Those that are calling for anyone to come and intervene in Nigeria.
Okay, that was a miss of the but we will get to that particular one. Well, guys.
Michael, I must tell you that sometimes politics brings a sort of a tricks that you don't even understand. Okay, look at it this way. There is a change of guards at the center that led to the appointment of a serving Assistant Inspector General of Police who was promoted and then decorated as the Inspector General of Police. And naturally, by the way the police is structured and other regimented services is structured, some of the senior officers had to give way, and there was massive promotion. People were promoted to meet, at least to fill the void. And that led to redeployment. Not just because there is an election.
It is coming at a time Nigeria will be going to election. How many days to election? And
look
this
at
is
it
coming
this
at
way.
this time.
Look at
That's
it
the
this
question.
Look at it this way, Michael.
Okay.
In Abia State, for instance, the CP here, the Commissioner of Police here, was promoted to AIG, and he has to leave the command, and then somebody has to fill the void. Now, the timing. Why did they not question the timing of the departure of the former Inspector General of Police? I really don't understand their grounds here. I mean, what is the big deal? A man who has served as a certain politician and became a commissioner of police. Are you saying it is not right for him to have been promoted to the rank he is now? Are you saying he's not qualified to be the commissioner of police?
The question is, he was once an aide to Achiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. According
so that
to them,
disqualifies him from serving in Lagos as a commissioner of police. Does that disqualify him?
Can serve anywhere. I think this is almost becoming a norm, especially when elections are coming up in Nigeria. Since 2011, just a few the general election, the police high command, they always do this. So I think we are getting used to it.
And again,
the politicians shouldn't complain.
Traditionally, for some few elections that I have witnessed, I tell you, on the day of election, the CP here might not be the CP. There's always what they call the election commissioners of police. The CP here might be deployed to another state.
Yes, just barely 24 hours.
Barely 24 hours.
It's just for them to
massive overhaul.
Yeah. I don't think there's any big deal about it.
Let's move on because
everybody should go to the we have campaign
much,
for votes.
We have much to talk about tonight on the program, guys.
To do what you want to do.
We have much to talk about tonight, guys. Let's move on. Now, let's look at, anyways, the security. Let's just something on security. 24,000 mobile police officers, 4,000 counter-terrorism operatives, and 8,000 personnel of the Special Protection Unit will be deployed across the country for the general elections. Now, in the education sector, I know you're very waiting for the especially students of the various higher institutions of learning presently at home. There was a meeting today. You were expecting the outcome of that meeting. That meeting started at about 5:45 p.m. today, and it held at the Federal Ministry of, because presently the meeting ended a couple of minutes ago, 9 minutes or thereabout. The meeting held at the Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment, Abuja, and is not the first since the beginning of the strike. And well, according to what we are hearing, the strike may be called off because they reached an agreement today for the first time, and they've signed a deal. But the representative of the lecturers will have to go back and also come out with their own opinion and call off the strike. But that's the latest. They've signed a deal. They reached an agreement and signed a deal. So that's the latest.
Michael, if you remember, what brought about this issue of strike was because there was a kind of agreement reached before.
Okay.
The federal government didn't keep to.
Which was or not.
Yeah, you know, so it has been a norm for them to sign agreements or reach an agreement or sign a deal or something. It's no news to us, so long as I'm concerned. It's no news because eventually, maybe 2 years after, they will still come back to look at the issue. What did we sign? We didn't keep what? And they will still go back to a strike and all that.
Okay.
So I think if actually they've reached an agreement, they shouldn't even sign anything. Okay. Let them resolve the issue once and for all now, so that we don't have this, repetition of every time you go on strike because the federal government does not keep to their own side of the agreement. Resolve the issue here and now, so that each time you want to go on, maybe you want to make a fresh demand, you know that you're making a fresh demand, not referring to what has happened in the past and thereby going on strike. I think that's the best way to go.
Okay, you know the politics of strike in this country.
Okay.
This is the politics the federal government plays. If a particular union has gone on strike, keep them waiting. Just keep playing, keep tapping the ball, and then no goal will be scored. And at the point, the people who the striking members of the union will lose public sympathy. At this point, I tell you, Michael and Genika, ASU has lost the sympathy of the public.
You think so?
They have,
but they're getting the attention they wanted.
They have made the point.
Okay.
These lecturers are receiving salaries as we speak. Federal government is not owing them. What are they pushing for? A better education sector.
A better learning environment.
A better learning environment.
Which has been ever since.
Now the students are tired. I was at Michael Okpara University of Agriculture Modike yesterday for a particular program. The students were lamenting. The lecturers just have to school in 3 months or thereabout. This is how many months now? From November.